Okay, kids, come on, go to your room now.
Yeah, go to your room, guys.
You too, Missy.
What?
Come on out now.
Grown-up stuff is going on!
Okay.
Time to put the kids to bed because this list is just for the adults.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim.
I'm the Bobbist, and today I'll be counting down the bottom 5 of my top 10 list of minor adult characters in Bob's Burgers. For this list, I've taken a look at the greatest supporting characters who served to push the show to its heights and fill the charming oceanside town. One major qualification for this list is that each entry will have appeared in the show at least twice, so unfortunately characters like Patricia or the Sofa Queen won't be making the count. But let's get started.
One of you fellas the flight teacher?
Oh, not me. I'm old. But if you're looking for a father figure, look no further, young lady.
Aw, no.
Fair enough.
First up on the list is one of the most supportive characters, Gus. I first realized that I like this character when I realized that whenever he's seen, he's never in just one place. Most characters are limited to the few spaces that they frequent, but I don't think I've ever seen Gus in the same place twice. It's also worth noting that even in episodes where he doesn't have more than one scene, he still pops in to be supportive of our favorite primetime family.
Yes! She got it in! She got it in! Somebody won the mammoth! How come no one's excited but me?
Not only is he emotionally supportive, but he can also be found helping all the Belchers in some way. He helped Jean learn flag waving, gave Tina confidence when she planned to quit the junior lifeguards, helped Louise hatch one of her schemes, and he even helped Bob find Linda when she was stranded on an island with one of the sleaziest guys in the show.
Gosh, I just don't normally see the husband or the kids. Jeez, real life comes up and hits you in the face.
Gus is like that elderly neighbor who's seen every war and desegregation over the last century, and you know he has interesting stories about his involvement in both. In fact, it's even hinted at one point that he's led somewhat of a checkered past.
And why is he wearing a pager?
That thing's a pager?
Yeah, that's how pagers look back then. I had one when I owned this town. This was all my turf. I was untouchable. They called me Payday. I mean, when I was a bike messenger.
Like, what was that even about? Was he some kind of pimp or drug dealer? You better make my money, I'll bop you one. And for that matter, who took him out of power? Calvin Fisholder?
Does your father know what you're doing?
No, he thinks I'm having summer fun.
Good. Let's keep it
that way.
But that's just a theory.
For legal reasons, this scene had to be removed in order to avoid potential copyright infringement. The Bobbist, or any other pseudonyms such as Andro Geek, is not in any way associated with the Game Theorist, Film Theorist, Style Theorist, or any other MatPat YouTube channel affiliates. We apologize for any inconvenience this has caused to your viewing pleasure, and now return you to your regularly uploaded content from the Bobbist YouTube channel. Thank you.
Gus isn't among the most prominent of side characters, but I definitely say we need at least an episode or two that focuses more on him. But due to his good nature and willingness to lend a helping hand, Gus takes the number 10 spot.
Aw, Bruce, you're a caring guy. Some people could learn a thing or two from you.
You're talking about Jimmy Jr.?
Yes, such a jerk.
Yeah, no, I heard, such a jerk.
Now I'll need your thumbprint. May I?
Yes. Which one is the thumb again? Oh, right, the unusual one.
Perfect thumb.
Yep, this is definitely a sort of date.
Jen quietly takes the number 9 spot, and even when compared to Tina, she's the most socially awkward character on the show. Besides her timid way of speaking, Jen has many oddities that make her the epitome of the word character. She plays hungry hippos by herself, enjoys powered off television, has a finger with no knuckle, and even pronounces things oddly.
Don't know how to use a microwave. There's also a microphone. Guess I'll just watch some TV.
In one episode, she's visiting her parents in France, so it could have something to do with her French roots, but I have French Creole roots, so then again, they speak much worse. I think one of Jen's most notable moments is the episode where she punched Tina in the face, giving her a black eye. In the season 4 episode Purple Rain Union, Jen babysits the Belchers after Bob and Linda attend their high school reunion.
You've got to get the band back together and play at the reunion.
Tina, shush! Sorry, but reunions are horrible.
Boredom ensues and the kids try and goad Jen into taking them to the reunion. After messing around for a bit, they find out in one of the most absurd ways that Jen is ticklish.
I know you're hiding them! Tell me!
Whoa. Sorry, I'm extremely ticklish.
I'll say.
Louise attempts to use this to their advantage by having Tina tickle her, but the plan backfires unimaginably.
You probably shouldn't tickle me.
Oh, playing hardball, huh? Tina, give her a little taste.
Oh, really, guys?
After that, everyone decides that the best way to cover up the mishap is for everyone to have a black eye, so they just go on an entire punching spree. I'd have to say that the best thing that happened as a result of Jen being on the show is that she paved the way to the introduction of Christopher, her financial adjuster. This was such an exciting surprise because Christopher is actually voiced by the most wholesome man on the planet, Joe Pera.
Hello. My name is Joe Para. And did the thunder wake you too? Or was it something else?
Christopher's social awkwardness and equally timid way of speaking was not only a perfect match for Jen, but the entire show itself.
Maybe we needed these children that I don't think are yours, but I'm not sure, to witness our feelings, to make them real to us. Kind of like I would witness the signing of a boat title or a mortgage loan.
Oh, this guy talks the talk.
Jen isn't crushing any sort of character-based status quos, but her aforementioned dynamic awkwardness is enough to get great marks from this commentator, awarding her the 9th spot on this list.
Do I come with you guys or I stay here?
Here, Jen, you stay here.
I'm gonna stay with you guys.
Capoeira is breathtaking, but it is also breath-giving. You can advance through the stages by earning different colored chords at the Troca de Cordões.
Gyro Brazils his way into the 8th spot, and though it may look like he's dancing, his feet alone would surely be classified as A-rank weaponry.
Brazil!
He first appears in the season 1 episode Sexy Dance Fighting, where Tina happens upon his capoeira studio, and knowing her, she's immediately attracted to him. When Bob goes to check out the place, he compares capoeira to jazzercise, which doesn't exactly make Gyro's Brazilian flag wave.
Class, would you like to see a demonstration?
Hey, you can't do that. Stop that.
It's not on me to say what happened with Bob right there. I'm not even about to put that man business out there like that. If I could place Gyro in any other medium, I'd love to see a fight between him and Eddie Gordo from Tekken. The way Gyro calls out his ponytail attack is right at home with 2-player fighting games, and I'm sure that he's only displayed but a fraction of his power. Gyro later returns in the episode Sexy Dance Healing, where he improperly disposes of oil on which Bob happens to slip. When Gyro refuses to pay Bob's medical fees, he threatens to sue him, but Gyro decides to heal Bob himself.
How about this? If I can't heal you in 10 sessions, I'll pay for your surgery.
Fine.
Bob decides to put aside his bad blood with Gyro, and as he continues to show progress of his healing, Bob is awarded with Gyro's assortment of scrunchies as incentive, which eventually makes Bob positively giddy.
Here, you have earned this.
What is that?
The yellow scrunchie of trust.
Give it to me, I'll put it in my hair.
Okay, well, no, you know what? I'm gonna keep it.
What I find most adorable is that Bob eventually begins to covet the red scrunchie, which Gyro isn't exactly too keen on parting with.
Red? Yes!
Oh, sorry. Not the red one. That is Gyro's special scrunchie. Give it back, please. Give it.
Oh.
You earned this.
The red one.
Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I meant to give you the purple one.
Oh, okay.
Now through the healing progress, Gyro discovers that Bob's recently become stressed when he can't figure out a new burger of the day. He creates a new burger each day that's usually a pun in relation to the ingredients of the burger, such as his new Baconings burger from episode 1.
You will not think of something better because new Baconings is perfect. It's hilarious. I also do this little chalkboard with the burgers of the day, and I think they are hilarious, but they probably aren't.
They're okay.
They're bad, but that's okay because they make me laugh. I do it for me.
Gyro challenges Bob to stop creating his burgers of the day, which does indeed expedite his healing, but it doesn't go over well with the rest.
When I come back tomorrow, there better be a friggin' burger on that board.
The burger of the day board is blank.
Linda lies to Bob about an order for a burger of the day to support him, and after foraging for ingredients, he comes up with what is the absolute best burger name that he's ever thought of.
And I'm running out of time. And there's time. Huh, egg. Lynn.
What?
Linda.
What?
Running out of time.
What?
Runny fried egg and time. The runny out of time burger.
Oh!
It's the best one I've come up with in weeks.
Oh, he's back!
I'm back, baby.
Woo!
Bob decides to continue creating his burgers of the day, and Gyro decides that he can no longer be his healer, thinking that it'll lead to infinite stress that he doesn't want to deal with. But in the end, I'd say that the experience created a friend in Gyro, and if Bob ever needed him again, I doubt he'd ever decline.
Thank you, Bob. You're the best.
Gyro's only appeared in 2 episodes, and though I look forward to seeing him again, those appearances were time enough for him to earn the number 8 spot on my list.
You're doing it weird.
You do it. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I think you're both nailing it.
Alright, so I know that these are relatively long form videos, and I appreciate everyone who's made it this far, but if you love the show as much as I do and you find yourself enjoying these videos, then please show your support by commenting, subscribing, and liking, the good stuff. Now, I hate to be that guy, but after taking a look at my analytics, I find that only 7% of you who watch my content are subscribed. 7%! This is gross, you guys. This is gross.
Great to see you, Kathleen. I hear you're the new accountant here.
Yeah, I get to see all the free shows I want. Unfortunately, they're at this theatre. I'm kidding. Consider me the phantom of the spreadsheet.
Sorry.
Kathleen comes all the way from Ireland to take the 7th spot on this list. Kathleen is a kind and soft-spoken widow whose poor husband was hit by a train. Wait, maybe I shouldn't sound so upbeat. Kathleen is a kind and soft-spoken widow whose poor husband was hit by a train. There. Kathleen debuts in the season 9 episode The Helen Hunt, where she lives a relatively simple life in her upstairs apartment. After Helen, who might have killed her own husband, loses an expensive heirloom, the Belcher family decides to help her find it in hopes of playing matchmaker with Teddy and Helen.
You know, this feels like a reward situation, right?
Yes, of course let's have a reward. How does $20 sound?
Oh, like not enough money.
The search for this heirloom, or netske, leads to an apartment that Helen's husband secretly kept before he died, or was murdered. We then meet Kathleen, who states that Helen's husband was a good neighbor.
What do you mean, neighbor?
Neighbor. Am I saying that right? Neighbor. He stayed here when he was in town in his apartment, 3B.
Son of a bitch had a secret man cave.
Teddy eventually joins the Belchers, and after meeting Kathleen, it seems that the two of them hit it off quite well.
Yeah, how's your back? I thought it was going to snap like a wishbone.
My wish would have been that I didn't have a herniated disc.
Would you rather have a hisniated disc?
Hisniated, right.
I'm Kathleen, by the way.
Me too, yeah. No. You're Kathleen. I'm Teddy.
Whoa.
Tina notices the chemistry between the two of them and finds Kathleen to be a much better suitor than Helen, who most likely killed her husband. Tina does what she can to pair Kathleen with Teddy, while Linda is still fixed on pairing Teddy with Helen.
Maybe he needs a nice lady with either a charming speech impediment or a cool accent, I can't tell, and a sensible apartment to watch weird sports with.
Helen and Teddy are gonna toast me at their wedding.
Well, I'll try and get you an invitation to Kathleen and Teddy's wedding, but no promises.
As the episode goes on, it's clear that neither Helen nor Kathleen have any interest in dating, but for Kathleen, I'd say it was mostly because Tina was doing a very poor job at trying.
To be continued, am I right, Kathleen?
Not necessarily. People could leave my apartment. That's an option.
After Tina finds the Netzadoodle, Linda ends up dropping it atop an inactive elevator, and Teddy tries to grab it, but ends up nearly falling down the shaft where Helen shows her true colors.
If the elevator keeps going up, my netske could fall off and break.
But if the elevator doesn't go up, then Teddy will fall?
But there's a chance he might not fall, and that's just a risk we'll have to take.
What?
Don't say it like that. He'll be fine. Maybe.
Yeah, she definitely killed her husband. Can we lock this girl up already? After Linda finally realizes that Helen is a terrible person, she decides to join Tina's matchmaking, and in a later episode you can see that they finally started dating. Teddy gets very nervous about dating her, mostly because he hasn't been with anyone since his ex-wife Denise left him for another guy, which is partially what led to his weight gain and hair loss. But Kathleen is sweet and not very judgmental, so she doesn't mind any of those things and just mostly wants Teddy to be himself.
Teddy, I think it's fine we have different interests. I like learning what different stuff you like. And I already know about what stuff I like. I don't even like some of the stuff I like.
Teddy is one of my least favorite characters for reasons I'll probably cover in another video. But everyone deserves someone, and Kathleen gets the 7th spot for resilience enough to handle Teddy's madness.
You think your team can take us? Just look at the score. Cause we've been winning since 1884. Yeah, we've been winning since 1884.
So I know I said that characters who've not appeared more than once won't be making the list, but not making the list doesn't mean they won't be making an appearance. I've reserved a spot for them in a segment I'm obviously calling One-Hit Wonders. So before I reveal the top of my bottom 5, let's give these characters the recognition they deserve. The first of these wonders is Patricia of Patricia's 77 Sandwiches. Bob briefly works with her after being forced to take a day off and recharge his batteries. She's an entrepreneur who runs her restaurant alone, and the fact that she's voiced by Tiffany Haddish just makes me love her character even more.
Who's gonna clean up and close?
No, I'll close.
You close for me? It's nasty in here.
I didn't say I'd clean up. I said I'd close. Now go.
Okay, I'm going. Thanks, Bob.
Next of these wonders is the Sofa Queen. Any character in any show that is voiced by Wanda Sykes will get high marks from me. The Sofa Queen appears when Linda is saddened about Louise destroying their gross decade-old couch. The Sofa Queen comes and cheers up Linda, leading to the purchase of a brand new couch.
Here, look, there you go.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
Linda, that's what we call a nasty couch.
Oh, right. New couch.
New couch.
I love you.
I know.
The third best and final of these wonders is Warren Fitzgerald. Warren was Bob's best friend in high school and shows up out of nowhere wanting to help Bob with his dream. He loans Bob a ton of money to help him improve his restaurant, which works out well until it doesn't. After watching tons of Rick and Morty, it's also just great to hear Chris Parnell doing a voice role whose character isn't everyone's punching bag.
You got skills, Louise, but I had all of my blood and organs replaced with steel. A lot of rich people are doing it now, so I'm immortal and I can't be hurt, so I don't need security.
Of course.
I'd love nothing more than to see these characters return. They each gave great potential to a show that already has a wonderfully crafted world. Even though they have yet to show up again, I'm still holding out hope that we be graced with their presence at least one more time.
Father, look out! The jellyfish monster!
Thank you, Chick.
Father-daughter samurai team played by an actual father and daughter. It's like they based it on us.
I know. We could sue.
We won't, because we love these movies.
Rounding up the top 5 is Shinji Kojima. The hell? Shinji Kojima. Bob rarely has friends that make a return, and I'm happy to say that Kojima is one of the ones that stuck around. He debuts after a chance encounter while Bob and Louise were at a market and they weren't sure that it was him. They follow Kojima around and eventually catch up to him, leading to a moment that made me instantly love his character.
Why are you follow me? Joking.
Oh, that's good. You got us.
Did I get you?
Yeah, very much.
So, Shinji Kojima?
Please call me Kojima or Koji. Just don't call me if I owe you money. I owe people money.
Shinji Kojima, or Koji's... Okay, I'll stop. Koji is the star of a series of films called Hawk and Chick, where he and his actual real-life daughter play a Japanese samurai duo, taking on various monsters and protecting the village. Because of the bond between Kojima, Hawk, and his daughter Yuki, Chick, the series holds a special place between Bob and Louise.
That's right, Hawk. Oh my god.
To Koji's dismay, Yuki moves away and the pair hadn't spoken for 30 years.
Hawk and Chick haven't spoken in 30 years? What the hell?
Koji's an adorable man who cares for his daughter and longs for their relationship, which is what led to him being in their town in the first place.
She chose to move to America with her mother after we divorced. Our relationship was strained because I strained it.
With a little triangulation and happenstance, Bob and Louise find Yuki, and she doesn't want to speak with her father because he didn't come with her all those years ago.
It's so gross to see her behind a desk. She should be slicing up the snow monster or the six-headed sumo. God, idiot!
They convince her to go to a special screening of Hawk and Chick, but neglect to tell her that Koji will be there.
I'm very happy as an accountant.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're depressed.
No, I'm not.
They both show up, and I'm not gonna lie, the build-up was perfect, and my eyes did water in watching this scene here.
Koji, talk to her. To who? To Yuki. Yuki, it's your father speaking.
Dad? What are you doing here? You tricked me.
Surprise.
Yuki, please. I've come all this way to tell you I miss you. I am sorry for everything. I have not been a good father.
Oh, she's thinking about it.
I love you, little chick.
Oh, Dad.
Oh, we got her. Got her.
Koji became one of my favorite characters after that episode, and I can't tell you how happy I was to see him return in the season 10 episode, The Hawkening.
Ah, good to see you, Bob. Get in here.
Oh, that feels good.
Ah, you changed your shampoo.
I did.
Smell very nice.
I think Koji and Yuki live together in a house with her newborn baby, but now I'm just kind of thinking, like, does she have a... I have to go back and look at the episode. It's official that Bob now has a recurring retired movie star friend, and they even have a pretty good Hawk and Chick fan club that Hawk himself dubs the Chicklets. That took a lot out of me. It's revealed that Kojima got as famous as he did in his first movie after cutting out a scene from a better looking actor named Itsuki Sugimoto. And even though that's a bad Kojima for having done that, I'm glad he did, because otherwise it would be impossible for him to earn the number 6 spot on this list.
Tina, take another picture of me with Koji. Let's do one where we're laughing at a hilarious thing I just said, but it's so smart you don't get it for a second and then you do.
Oh, now I get it.
He just got it. He just got it.
Made it through another one of these things. Let me know what you guys think of the list so far. It'll probably be another 3 weeks before I upload part 2, but hang in there. You're gonna want to see who takes away the gold in the second half of this countdown. Anyway, until the next, be safe, stay cool, and go watch some Bob's Burgers with your little chicklets.
Hastings Classics proudly presents the Hawk and Chick Collector's Box Set. All 14 films featuring the most celebrated father-daughter traveling barber samurais in the history of Japanese cinema. All their epic battles have been digitally remastered. The toughest job for Hawk wasn't cutting hair or defeating a jellyfish monster. It was raising a daughter by himself. Order today. Take the Hawk and Chick box set home to your village.